So we are back in Boracay and today we will look at Fairways and Bluewater Resort. This is an interesting resort and you will find lots of mixed reviews. Because of the many negative reviews that we saw, we hesitated to stay there. So today we will give you a completely unbiased overview and sort of walking tour of the resort to help you make your own decision if you want to give this resort a go for your next vacation. This is a non-sponsored video. Now the one thing that you do want to know is that Fairways and Bluewater is not directly on a beach. It takes approximately about 10 to 15 minutes by tricycle or van to get to this resort from the D-Mall area. But depending on the time of the year, this might actually be a godsend that can make your vacation exactly what you wanted it to be. And I'll talk about why I say that later today. The resort does have shuttle that can take you to D-Mall a few times a day, or we will also show you a place where it's easy to get a tricycle anytime. Now, what's that? Yeah, when you arrive, the tricycle will first drop you at some kind of collection point. We were not too excited about this since it delayed our check-in, but the guard will call for the transport and within about 15 to 20 minutes, a shuttle will transport you to the hotel. The resort is vast and it almost feels like a subdivision with many private and detached buildings. At some point, it almost feels like going through a jungle. But once you arrive at the hotel, you will see that the place is surrounded by a golf course, so if that's your game, you are in the right place. We actually invited my wife's parents on this trip so she could spend some time with them and create some beautiful memories. The hotel is usually quite busy, but we didn't have to wait too long to get our room. The rooms are standard and have everything you need to feel comfortable during your stay. We were actually told that we got upgraded as first-time visitors. But it's just a sales trick. You are not getting any upgrades. If anything, we felt we were downgraded because my wife's parents' room was actually nicer. But unless you plan on spending all day in your room, it will do. And for the price of $50 a night, it was fair value. I just wish the staff would stop telling people they are getting an upgrade when they are not. Personally, it's irritating. The one thing we didn't like at first was the feeling of being isolated because you are far from D-Mall and also not close to the beach. There is a pool at the hotel, but to access those nice infinity pools with beautiful views and the beach, you need to take a shuttle or walk. Now, compared to the reviews we read on the booking site, it seems that the management has significantly improved the transportation. It really doesn't take more than 10 minutes to get to the different attractions in the resort. But honestly, you can go for a nice 15 to 20 minute walk to reach those places and get a bit of exercise after your hearty breakfast. It's a pleasant walk and you get to see more of the resort on your way. Now here is where you can get a tricycle anytime during the day to go to D-Mall. It costs about 150 pesos. There are 3 main swimming pools at the different locations around the resort. One is by the beach and that's the one where we are heading now. It's a smaller infinity pool and depending on the time of the day, it can get more or less busy, but it offers beautiful views of the ocean and the beach. Passing by the pool, you will take the stairs down to the private beach. Now pay close attention to what I'm going to say here, seriously. Unless you've been to Station 1 both during the summer months of February through July, as well as the bear months from August through December, you will not fully appreciate this private beach. What I mean is that if you are like us, you come to Boracay and expect this. Beautiful white sand beach with calm and warm turquoise blue ocean. Well, so did we. But if you come anytime from August to December, instead you get this. The wind is so strong that they build barriers in front of many hotels at the beach to prevent the sand from blowing in. There are big waves and the beach is full of debris. Basically, no beach. The wind is so strong that it makes your beach time almost painful after an hour or so. Why am I saying this? Check this out. Same time of the year, bear months, and look at the private beach at the Fairway Bluewaters. Not only do you have access to a beautiful private beach, but the ocean here is genuinely blue, calm, and with no wind or waves. We were in shock after spending 4 days at Henann Lagoon by Station 1. Honestly, we almost thought that we will not experience the Boracay that we came to enjoy. So if you are visiting during bear months, you might want to consider this resort to enjoy the beach and warm ocean. We will do a more detailed review of the beach and other pros and cons of this resort in our next video. If you want a massage, you can book it at the hotel and receive it here in one of these chalets by the beach. Not sure what this is, but it's not a usable pool. From this location, you can either take a shuttle or walk to the largest infinity pool. This is what I call the party pool, with music playing all day long. It offers a lovely view of the ocean and mostly it is not very busy. There are also hot tubs if you like, but whether you should use them is another conversation. At least once a week, there is a foam party with a DJ drawing in many people and creating a fantastic atmosphere. There is also an adjacent restaurant where you can have lunch, dinner or light snacks during the day. The prices are reasonable, but the selection doesn't vary at all. The pool bar offers a variety of drinks to enjoy. The pool is excellent for evening relaxation with its beautiful decorations, and if you are fortunate to witness a full moon, it sets a fantastic mood. Lastly, the breakfast at Fairway Bluewaters, even though not as grandiose as in Henann, is still quite substantial, with a variety of options and slightly different menu every day. After all, you only pay $50 to $60 for a night, so you are definitely getting your money's worth. Overall, we think the resort is definitely worth the price and we would stay there again. Even though it's a bit secluded, it offers numerous opportunities to have fun and enjoy many attractions. You will definitely be leaving with great memories from your stay in Boracay.